everybody, here's day one of our challenge. What today is all about is just getting you moving in some different ways than what you perhaps traditionally would. A little bit of strength, a little bit of heart rate, and we'll get you moving kind of just about 20 minutes generally overall. Alright, so we're going to start with a flow sequence. This is a great way to warm up, also a great way to improve your mobility. So if you find this useful, what I recommend is this is a great way to start your day, or do a wee sequence for 5 minutes at the start of your day to get you moving, to get some blood flowing. You'll always feel a little better afterwards. So what we do for a start is we step forward and reach your arms up nice and tall. If I stand side on, what this looks like is a bit of a step and a reach forward. Now what I am trying to focus on here is keeping my back knee locked as I step forward. Okay, so I just try, I come up into my back toe, but I try and keep my knee locked. We're going to do 3 each side. That's our last one there. Next one we do is step backwards. As I step back, I sweep my arms down towards the floor, and I come back through, and I do the same thing on the other side. I sweep my arms back towards the floor. Now I can sweep further if I want to. I can go bigger with it, I can take a bigger step back, or I can take a smaller step back. Now both feet are grounded as I go through this range of motion as well. Next one we do is we go to the side. So step to the side, imagine I'm picking up a suitcase off the ground. Step to the side, pick up a suitcase. Then when you step, try to keep your toes pointing forward and get your hips to travel across. And of course that suitcase can be lower the ground or it can be higher up. You decide what works best for you. I'm going to go across, so I'm stepping to, alright, or behind my front leg and reaching with my opposite hand. So when I step towards my left leg, it's my right hand that comes across. Good. We'll go through a couple of rounds, so if you're still picking it up in the first round, don't worry, we get a couple of opportunities to go through it. Nicely done. Rotation time. So I'm going to plant one foot, I'm going to open up, imagine I'm picking a big boulder up off the ground, and I'm going to put that big boulder up on top of a ledge. Down nice and low, and lift that boulder up. Nice big step down, and reach nice and tall. Try and get nice and low, spine nice and tall, and reach one more time through. And we go back to the start. Awesome, alright, so stepping forward, reach those arms up nice and tall. I'm keeping my back knee locked. Watch out for crawling children that might crawl across the screen. Nice. This is number 4, we're going to go for 2 more. The second time through I might go a bit bigger with it. So try and get more range of motion out of it. It will really come down to what you feel comfortable doing. Back. Now when I step back, I always keep a bit of a gap between my feet. I don't want to step behind the front leg. Okay, that will cause me to lose a bit of balance. Good. I'll keep my eyes and spine nice and tall too. The lights are flickering, aren't they? That's interesting. Good. One more time through. Let's quickly go and sort those lights out. Sorry about that, Tim. Alright, come to the side. Suitcase. Nice. So, second time through, might go a bit bigger with it. Might get that suitcase right off the ground. We'll try and take a bigger step to get across it in the first place. Nice work. One more excitement. This will make a great morning routine for you. Okay, coming across and reach down nice and tall. Now note I'm always trying to keep my spine nice and tall. What I mean by that is I'm trying to keep my back nice and straight. All the range of motion occurs at my hips. Getting my legs nice and low, and you go where you feel good. Okay, you can speed it up if you want to, and you can make it faster. Nice work, team. Open up and reach. Put that big boulder up and put it on a ledge. Because what we're doing here is we're adding rotation to the hips and torso, and internal and external rotation to the hips. So turning your legs in and turning your legs out. Press your butt. Good. One more time, mate. Awesome work. Hey, so that's our warm up. Time to get into the movement. What I'll do is I'll demonstrate the movements I want you to do, and then you should pause the video and go through the sequence for 5 minutes in a row. Okay, so here's our first one. This one's all about getting you moving and getting your heart rate up a little bit. I'll give you 2 options. One option can just bring it back a little bit to a level that might suit people that don't want to move quite as fast. So our first movement's a shuffle. Now for a shuffle, we shuffle forward and we reach. Now note with the shuffle, my feet don't cross. I come forward and I come forward and I add length, and I come back and I come back. So 1, 2, reach, 1, 2, back, 1, 2, reach. Imagine you're sliding something across the coffee table. Reach and come back and reach. So you do 3 on each side. You come down to the ground, take your weight on your toes and your hands, and you're going to crawl forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to do that 3 times, so out and back will be 1, repeat the second time, repeat for a 3rd time. With the crawl, it's all about stability, so try not to rock around and move too much, okay, overall. Then we come onto our feet and we go for a lateral lunge. So to the side, similar to our suitcase before, this one's a bit more focused on the muscular component, getting that leg to work on the outside and making sure you're nice and strong. Again, spine nice and tall. And we do 6 of those. Alright, so we've got our shuffle, 1, and reach. Okay, we'll do that 3 each side. We come down for our crawl, forward and back 3 times, and our lateral lunge for 6 or 3 each side. So everything's in 3s overall. Now how do we pull that back a little bit? Well, your shuffle can just be smaller. Okay, don't get as low, and come back. Shuffle forward slowly, and come back. Alright, if you're crawl, you can come down to the ground. Alright, and you could do a hand and leg lift, like a Superman. So one hand and the opposite leg, extend out in front of you, while the other hand and leg remain nice and stable. And we're trying to achieve the same thing as far as the trunk stability is concerned. Your lateral lunge can be more like a lateral step. Okay, so you can take a small step to the side. So what I encourage you to do is to work at the level that works best for you. I want you doing as many rounds as possible inside 5 minutes. Alright, so set a clock for 5 minutes. Get stuck into that. If you want to challenge yourself, around every 30 seconds is a nice wee challenge in that respect. Alright, see if you can get through 10 rounds in 5 minutes. Pause the video now and let's go through that. Awesome, so you've just done that sequence, your heart rate's up nice and strong. There's a bit of a Lego lightsaber. And now we're going to do a little more strength work, alright? This one's a bit more traditional and simplistic. Alright, I'm going to give you 3 movements and we're going to try and get some repetition of volume into that. So for this one here, we're going to start. Now get a couple of options. Now either going to come all the way into the grounds and all the way back up nice and tall, or you can go down to where you feel good. So if you don't find that's realistic, just go down to where you feel good and come back up. Go down to where you feel good and come back up. Alright, so I want you to do that 3 to 5 times. Now the reason I give you 2 numbers I'll explain in a minute. So 3 to 5 times, 2 round to a press up position. You can do this on your knees or your toes, and I want 5 to 10 press ups. Okay, so again, I'm going to give you a range of repetitions to work from. Then come onto your feet, and you can do a squat or a squat jump. So either a squat, or if you prefer, you can jump in this movement as well. Just watch for the light shades and make sure they're not too low in your ceiling. Now, up to 15 of those. And the reason I give you up tos and rep ranges is because I want you to start the round every minute. Alright, so I want you to work out what you can do in each exercise to make sure you finish within the minute and start again. Alright, so you've got your sit-up pattern. Alright, I say ultimately 5, you got your press up, optimally 10, and your bodyweight squat, optimally 15. Alright, if you can't quite achieve those numbers, that's okay. Do the number that works for you on the fresh minute, bang, start again. 5 times through, alright, give you some nice volume, some good repetitive overload, especially in the core and the upper body. Alright, have a go at that now, and pause the video. Nice work team, so that's 10 minutes worth of work with a bit of a break in the middle. Hey, you're more than welcome to double that and go through the first sequence again, and then the second sequence again, which will give you 20 minutes all up. It'll be about 20 minutes total. At the end, a couple of stretches, nice and easy, focusing your breathing for a couple of minutes to relax, and that's day 1, and you're all done. Nice work.